Hi, this is Rachel and welcome to my channel. I am just filming a quick intro for the Read Every Day challenge, which I am going to do again in April, and I just wanted to let you guys know some of my reading plans for the month of April. I do have a book on my Kindle. It's called The Summer List, which I got from NetGalley, so I'm going to try to finish that up in April. I'm also currently reading After You by Jojo Moeves. I'm about halfway through right now. So I'm going to finish that up within the first part of the month. And then this month, another book I really want to read is The Bells by Donella Clayton. I have been hearing a lot about this book on BookTube, so I'm really excited to read it, and it really does sound like it's right up my alley. As far as that, my TBR from there, I will update you as I go, but that's kind of going to be my first two books of the month. I do have some other books I want to read. Also this month, we will have Dewey's Read-A-Thon, so I will try to film as much as I can that day. It's always on a Saturday, so it's kind of hard with all the family around. But I'm very excited for the upcoming Dewey's Read-A-Thon. So I'll be making daily videos in the month of April, and you will see them all sometime in May. So I hope you enjoy, and I will see you later. Hi, I apologize for the lighting. I'm in a hotel room, but I'm going to start the Read Every Day challenge today. Even though it's March 31st, I'm just getting eager to really just start the challenge and see how much I can read, and this will make it a 31-day challenge, which is fine. So I'm going to start the challenge on page 195 of After You by Jojo Moeves. And then I'm also reading the summer list on my Kindle, and I'm on location 266, and that is 7%. So those are going to be my two books I'm going to start for the challenge. And then we'll see where I go from there. Last April when I did this, I read a lot of pages, so I'm pretty excited to see the comparison between this year and last year, especially with Dewey's Readathon later in the month. So there you go. That's my starting, and I will update you as the challenge moves forward. Welcome to day 3 of the Read Every Day challenge. I did miss filming yesterday because it was Easter and we had a really busy day, so I got a little bit to update you on. On Sunday, I was on page 269 of After You. Now I am at page 302. So I just got a little over 50 pages left to finish this book. So my goal is going to be to finish this book either today or tomorrow. It is Easter Monday, so we do have school off today, so I should be able to get the rest of this finished. What I will say about After You is the first half, I would say the first 200 pages or so were really slow, but since then I've really enjoyed it. So the second half has been going a lot faster. And then last night I read the summer list when I went to bed, and I am now 12% through, and I'm going to give you the location just to keep track of it. So I am at location 454, which is 12% through. I'm just starting to get into the point of this book. At the beginning, I really wasn't seeing the point of this book, but I think it is going to end up being a cute story about friendship. And then this week, I am taking part in the April-a-thon Read-A-Thon hosted by April Maximus on YouTube, and I'm going to try to complete 2 of her challenges. The first one is a book you acquired recently, and I'm going to read They Both Die at the end for that one. That way I can watch the Book Explosion live show. And then the other one I'm going to do is read a hyped book or a book that has been recommended to you, and I'm going to start The Bells by Donella Clayton for that one. So I'm going to try to read as much as possible for her Readathon this week. I'm really excited to have a Readathon mixed in with the Read Every Day challenge because I think that will help boost my numbers for this month. Hi, Read Every Day, day 4 update. So last night I did end up finishing After You by Jojo Moeves. I had about 50 pages left yesterday, and then I started reading it like 2 hours before bedtime, and I knew that I was going to finish it. You know, I really think we saw a lot of character development in the second half of this book, and I really began to like Louisa a lot more because she wasn't being pushed around by everybody in her life. She was making some decisions that were good for her. So that's all I really can say without spoilers, but I struggle with Louisa's character. I like her and all. She has a good personality, but there's just a few things that I do struggle with her. So I'm hoping that some of those issues get resolved in the third installment, which is Still Me, which I do own. So hopefully I'll read that pretty soon. So I'm going to get started on They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I've already missed the Booksplosion live show, but I still would like to read the book so I can watch the live show, and I do think it's a really good book, and I also happen to own it, so it definitely helps with my TBR project. And then the last book I want to talk about in this update is The Library Card by Jerry Spinelli. So the April challenge for the On-Read Shelf project is to pick a book to read and read it by the end of the month or get rid of it. So I picked the library card. She wanted you to pick the oldest book on your shelf, or the one that's been there the longest. I kind of changed it just a little bit to the oldest publication date. So I believe this one was published in 1993. So it's probably not the oldest on my shelf. I've probably only had it for about 2 years, but as far as publication dates, it's published the longest ago. Funny story about this one is I actually did start it. I took a bath one night and I picked out a book to read, and I picked out this one. Then I set it back on my shelf, planning that I would pick it up again pretty soon, and then I never did. So I'm about halfway through, but it's been probably 2 years since I picked it up. So I'll probably have to start at the beginning again. But it's only about 170 page book, so it should be a pretty quick read. But if I don't read it by the end of April, then I am going to put this one in the donate pile. So that's the challenge. I'm really excited about it. This On-Read Shelf project has been really fun to kind of watch on Instagram. This will be my first month like truly taking part in the challenge. So, and I think it will be a fun way to just focus on the books I own more and get some of those on-read books off my shelf. Hi, Read Every Day, Day 5 update. So last night I read about 10 pages of They Both Die at the End, so not very much. And I actually had to go get a new screen cover for my phone. So while I was at the store, I read about another 8 pages. So now I'm on page 18. I'm really just getting into the story, but I can tell this is going to be a good one. Sad. I expect it to be sad, but I think it's going to be a good journey along the way. So yeah, that's it for my Read Every Day, Day 5 update. Hi, Read Every Day, Day 6 update. I got to page 24 of They Both Die at the End. I have not been reading much during the week here, but I expect I'll get a lot done in the book during this weekend. But like I've said earlier in this challenge, whether you read 2 pages or you read 20, it counts as long as you are reading every day. So, but I do kind of want to beat last year's record, so I do need to get going. But that's my update for today. I will update you later. Hi, Saturday, April 7th. It is day 8 of the Read Every Day challenge. I am now on page 41 of They Both Die at the End. I'm really loving this book so far, just haven't had a whole lot of time to read this week. And then I also read a little bit of the summer list this morning, so I got from 12% and now I'm on 16%. So I'm pretty excited to make a little progress in my Kindle book. Hi, it's Rachel. Day 9 of the Read Every Day Challenge update. I got to page 104 of They Both Die at the End. This was by far my most successful day of the Read Every Day Challenge yesterday. We did go shopping and then we spent a little time at my grandma's and she ended up not being there. So while we were waiting around, I read my book for a while. I'm going to start the Dewey's pre-Readathon. The goal this week is to read 1,000 pages between today, Sunday, April 8th, and Saturday, April 14th, I believe. So we'll see where I can get with this challenge. So I'm going to start on page 104 of They Both Die at the End.
Younger generation veteran, unbelievable. Totem pole carving is fine, but eating the traditional food.
Good morning, welcome to the Read Every Day Challenge, day 10. We're already 1/3 of the way through the challenge. We got snow yesterday. I couldn't believe that we had got snow at this time of year. So here's the deal for the Dewey's pre-Readathon. I did meet my goal yesterday. I read 183 pages yesterday, which is about 40 pages over the number I needed to read. That took, a lot of reading yesterday. It takes me a long time to read that number of pages, so I don't know if I'll meet the goal this week, but I would be happy to get to like 500 pages. I read a couple pages of They Both Die at the End this morning, so I'm on page 266. Oh boy, is this book good. I got about 100 pages left, and I am just not prepared for this ending. Like, this has the most spoilerly title, so I think I know what's going to happen at the end. But I am so not ready for this ending. But this book is so good, and I'm so excited to watch the live show once I'm done with it. And as for the summer list, I did read some of that last night. I read about 23 pages, and now I'm on 22%. A little bit confused about that book right now, but hopefully I'll get into it more in a little bit. I think it's going to be a fun book, but I'm just getting confused a little bit with it. So, we'll see. So that's my update for now. I will update you later. Bye. Hi, day 11 of the Read Every Day Challenge. So yesterday I read 109 pages, so I'm just slightly behind on the 1,000 page challenge. I needed to read about 30 more pages yesterday, but I didn't even really start reading until about 9:50 last night. And then I was just expecting to read a few pages, and then I ended up staying up late till about 11:20, and I finished They Both Die at the End. I was planning on just reading a few pages, and then it got so good that I had to finish it. And I have to say, this ending was perfect for the way that this book was formatted, and I was super happy with it. It wasn't as sad as I expected it to be, but I think it was because I expected that ending so much. So, I didn't cry or anything, but I was equally sad about the ending, and I think this is a great book, and I'm so excited I read it, and now I can watch the live show. And then I'm going to start the bells today. It's due date at the library today, and I decided not to return it and just keep it overdue because this is the next book I wanted to read, and I can't renew it. So I'm just going to read it, pay the overdue fine, and go from there. So I actually was taking a personal day today, which turned into that I need to go to a conference, and I get to take my personal day at another day. So I'm off to school right now, and we're going to drive about an hour to go to this behavior conference. But otherwise I was planning on staying home all day, reading all day, and really getting caught up on this challenge, but I guess that's not going to happen. And that is perfectly fine. I didn't expect to go to this conference, so it's an unexpected surprise, and I'm sure I will learn something from the experience. So that's it for my update, and I will update you later. Hi, day 14 of the Read Every Day Challenge. It is Friday the 13th today, and we are getting a rain-snow mix today. So that's why I'm back in my winter coat. I really expected to film a lot of this in my spring coat like I did last year, or with no coat, but we just keep getting snow. So I'm currently reading The Bells, and I'm about 25 pages in. The first day I read 15 pages, and then yesterday I read another 10 pages to get to that 25 pages. I'm liking it so far. I know I'm just getting into the story, and I don't know what the real meat of the story is going to be, that middle part. So that's really going to determine how good this book is going to be, is if there's a good story in the middle. So that's my update. I'm heading off to school. It is Friday, so finally, this has been a long week, and I'm so ready for it to be Friday. We have teacher in service on Monday, and I took next Friday off, so next week's a short week. Bye. Hi, day 15 of the Read Every Day Challenge update. We are getting a big snowstorm, so we will be staying home all day today, so hopefully I'll really get caught up with the challenge. I fell very far behind in the Dewey's Read-A-Thon challenge. I'll give you my final numbers on that tomorrow, but I'm hoping to make it right around 500 pages. I'm currently on page 47 of The Bells. I'm enjoying it so far. I think I'm just getting into the story, but I'm excited to see where it goes. So that's my kind of quick update, but I will talk to you later. Hi, day 16 update of the Read Every Day Challenge. I read quite a bit yesterday. It literally snowed all day long. I think we got about 12 inches of snow, which is record-breaking for April. So I'm now on page 138 of The Bells. Still really enjoying it. I think I'm really getting into the story now and some of the politics of this world that this author has created. So as far as the Dewey's Pre-Readathon challenge, I did tell you I fell really behind, and I was just trying to make 500 pages, which is 50% of the goal. I ended up making 465 pages, and I read 6 hours and 17 minutes, which is a pretty high week for me, so I'm pretty happy with that. So that's it for my update today. It's Sunday. I think we're going to stay home again today, so I'll probably get some more reading done. And then we have teacher in service tomorrow. So back to work. I will talk to you guys later. Hi, still day 16 of the Read Every Day Challenge. I also wanted to talk about Dewey's Readathon. I feel like last April, when I did the Read Every Day Challenge the first time, I talked your guys' ear off Dewey's Readathon, and I have not talked about it nearly enough this time. So we have 2 weeks until Dewey's Readathon. It is April 28th, and I am super excited. We will probably be moving my sister out of college that day, so it's going to be kind of like last year where I don't get to read a whole lot, but I do have some reading plans in mind, and I am super excited. So I'm planning on reading Just One Year. If you watched my vlog last year, I read Just One Day last April. I planned to read this one in October, but then some other book, I was reading at the time took precedence, and I wasn't at a good stopping point in that book, or I didn't finish that book before the Readathon, so I just continued on with it throughout the October Readathon. I'm trying to remember which book I read, but I can't. I'll have to look it up and tell you guys later. But yeah, so I'm planning on reading Just One Year by Gail Forman. And also, if you remember in an earlier clip, the April On Red Shelf Project Challenge, you were to pick a book off your shelf and either read it by the end of April or get rid of it, and I picked The Library Card by Jerry Spinelli, so I am planning on reading this book on Dewey Readathon Day 2. I'll probably read this book in one sitting. I read A Long Walk to Water, one of the Dewey Readathons, because it was a book I needed to read for class, and it was literally like a 2-hour thing. I just sat and read, and I finished the book, and that book was very similar size to this one, so I think it'll be very similar, that I can just read it in one sitting and finish it. So, and either I like it and I keep it, or I unhaul it, even though I did read it. So a little afternoon update here. I'm on page 161 of the Bells, and it is getting pretty interesting. So can't say much without spoiling it, but I'm still enjoying it. So yeah, that's my update for now. Day 18 update of the Read Everyday Challenge. Today is April 17th. I did not update yesterday because there just was not much to update on. I went to teacher in service, and then when I came home, me and my brother, we cleaned the shoe closet and our laundry room. So I just didn't read a whole lot last night, or the night before. So I'm currently on page 184 of the Bells. It's now a week overdue from the library, so I really got to get going on this book. I still am enjoying it, but I do want to finish it soon, so my overdue fine isn't too much. So I'm off to school. I got 3 days of school this week because I took Friday off. So I'm pretty excited. We're going to start testing for report cards today, so we can get that done. It's crazy to think that the school year is almost finished. We are 5 weeks away from the last day of school, which is crazy. Hi, day 20 update of the Read Everyday Challenge. I have a big update for you. So I didn't get a chance to update yesterday, which it was Wednesday, April 18th. And we did end up having a snow day, so I had a really productive reading day. I took a bath and read some there, and then read sporadically throughout the day when I had a chance. So, yeah, I'll just get started. So, my first thing is I forgot the bells at school on Tuesday, so I didn't get any pages read of the bells since my last update, so I have it now. I'm still on page 184, so I'm hopefully going to finish this one soon. Otherwise, it probably does need to go back to the library because I'm nearing 2 weeks overdue. So, yesterday, I started a new book, and I started Enchanted by Aletha Contis, and this is a fairy tale retelling, and it has been on my TBR for a long time, and I am so glad I finally decided to pick it up, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I'll dive into this one more after I finish the bells, but I'm going to make the bells my first priority as far as physical books goes. And then I have my Kindle, and I did read some more of the summer list. I am now on 43% through the summer list, and still not my favorite so far. So I'll give you more of my thoughts as I finish it, but I'm hoping to finish it in April. It's taking me a long time to read just because I'm not really getting into the story. But yeah, that is it for my update. I took the day off tomorrow, so I will be home tomorrow and hopefully get a lot of reading done, and I will update you tomorrow. Yeah, I probably forgot to mention also that, yesterday we had a snow day, and today it is almost 50 degrees outside, which at this point in the year is shorts and t-shirt weather. In the fall, not as much. It's really cold in the fall after we get off that 80-degree summer. So I've just been reading since I got home from school. So I'm now at page 219 of the bells. I really cannot say much without spoiling this book for you guys, but I really found out some really interesting stuff about our main character, Camilla, that I'm interested in how it will propel the rest of the story. So that's my update for now. Good morning. Day 21 of the Read Everyday Challenge. It is Friday, April 20th, and as I've said a couple times this week, I took Friday off work, so I have a sub in my room today, and I am just taking a relaxing personal day off. So I took the opportunity to sleep in this morning. So I didn't get up until about 9:40, which is definitely sleeping in for me. Just warming up my breakfast, so that's what you can hear in the background there. So it's about 10 right now. I am warming up my breakfast, and then I have to take my brother's car in to get fixed. And then after that, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. So I was possibly thinking about taking another bath because I rarely get to take 2 baths in a week, so I would love to take a bath. And then lots of reading to get done this afternoon. I am hoping to finish the bells today because my overdue fine is getting a little crazy. So I read about an hour and a half last night. So I'm on page 253 of the bells. It got really interesting last night, and I read a lot, but then I was getting really tired, and then it was time to go to bed. So I've got about 200 pages to finish, so I'm hoping I can finish this one today, especially with the extra free time I have. If not, I will try to finish it tomorrow. The other thing I wanted to show you, because I realized I forgot yesterday, is I got my book sleeve in the mail finally. I think here's the side that has the little emblem on it. Isn't that adorable? It's so soft. It's made out of fleece, and it's got foam inside. I bought it expecting it would fit hardcovers, but it does not fit the bells. The bells is way too big. But my main reason for buying it was for paperbacks. When I was reading After You, I would throw it in my bag, and it was like getting all bent up on the cover and everything. So now I have this when I throw stuff in my bag, and I think it will fit my Kindle, which will be perfect. So I take my book everywhere with me. You never know when you're going to have a free moment to read. So I thought that was a good purchase for me. I might purchase the next size up also, so that it can fit hardbacks also, but I don't worry about my hardbacks quite as much, except for the ones I own, because the dust jacket sometimes gets a little like torn. So yeah, I will check in with you later. I just got back from getting the car fixed, so that's all good to go now. I did get a little bit of reading done while I was sitting waiting for them to be done, so now I'm on page 264 of the bells. I do want to get my summer challenge filmed today, because I think I finally am going to get to start my spring/summer challenge, so I do want to get that filmed today. And yeah, so I'm going to jump in the shower and get ready for the day, and then maybe I'll film that a little bit, and I will try to check in with you guys later. Hi, day 23 of the Read Every Day challenge. I did not get a chance to update yesterday. We were busy with my brother's last prom, so I did get some reading done yesterday though, and then this morning I woke up and I kept reading in bed until I finished the bells. So I've now finished the book. It definitely ended on a cliffhanger, and I immediately had to look up if there was a second book because I couldn't believe the way it ended. The the last half of this book, I would say, or at least the last 100 pages, were very fast paced, and I was very interested in the book, and I loved this one. I think I'm going to end up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars because it was kind of slow paced at one point in the book, but I did really enjoy this, and I think this was a great book. So that's my update on the bells. I'm going to go return it later today. I am at school right now. I have a couple things I need to do. It shouldn't take me more than 20 minutes. And then I'm going to head off and return the bells and go home and enjoy the rest of my Sunday before we start state testing next week. Hi, day 25 of the Read Every Day challenge. It is Tuesday, April 24th. It's hard to believe we are almost done with the Read Every Day challenge. I think it's gone really well this round, and I'm excited to see my final tally. I wish I filmed an update yesterday because it was so nice outside. So I got home from school around 5, and then I went outside and read for almost an hour. So I'm now on page 84 of Enchanted, and I am absolutely loving this book. It is a fairy tale retelling, and as you know from watching my channel, I love fairy tale retellings, and it's got some dark stuff in it, which I'm also a fan of. So it's kind of a mesh of a bunch of different fairy tales, and I love it so far. So I am so excited to get started with this series. It has been on my TBR list forever, so I'm glad I'm finally getting around to it. So yeah, that's my update for now. Hi, Rachel here. Read Everyday Challenge Day 26 update. Last night I did not read any more of Enchanted, so that would have been on April 24th, but I did listen to some more of the summer list on my Kindle, and I'm now 48% through that book. And then today I have read a few pages of Enchanted. I read a few after school, so now I'm on page 91 of Enchanted. So that's my kind of quick update. I am finally wearing short sleeves. It has finally gotten nice outside. Made myself a smoothie, and I am about ready to film my April Empties video right after I get done with this one. So that's my update for now. Bye. Hi, back again. I forgot to mention in the earlier clip that I am trying to finish Enchanted before Dewey's Read-A-Thon starts on this upcoming Saturday, so I can read just 1 year during this Readathon. I took a bike ride, and then I read outside for a little bit, and I am now at page 107 of Enchanted. So I've got about 200-ish pages to go, and I think that is manageable to finish by Saturday. I'll most likely end up finishing it Saturday morning and then starting just 1 year, because that seems to be what happens every Dewey's Readathon. But that is my plan. Hi guys, day 27 of the Read Everyday Challenge. I actually don't have anything to update you about reading, but I'm just popping in to vlog a clip. I am on my way to a painting class, and I am planning on being a little bit early, and I did bring my book with so I can read my book if I do get there a little bit early, so that I can get some more pages done of Enchanted. I'm still at page 107. I did get a little bit of reading done with the summer list last night, so now I'm at 52% of the summer list. I've been having my Kindle read to me and then setting a sleep timer on my Kindle so it shuts off, and that's been making the book go a lot faster since I'm still not overly enjoying the summer list. I really was hoping I would like it more, but I like their friendship when they're younger, but not as much when they're older. So that's my update for now. I am going to try to film a couple clips at the painting class for you guys, but no promises. But I'll for sure show you my final product when it's done. Show you guys real quick here. Here's what we painted. It's a flower, obviously. I really enjoyed it. It was about an hour to paint this, and I think this one turned out really well. Hi, day 29 of the Read Everyday Challenge. It is Dewey's Readathon day. So far, my Dewey's Readathon has not gone as planned. It is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'll just start the story. Woke up at 8, read in bed for about an hour, and then once I got up, my mom started doing laundry, and then suddenly we heard a noise from the washing machine, and the washing machine was leaking all over our floor. So, and we figured it was just from being too full. So, but it did take quite a while to get everything cleaned up, and by that time it was already noon, and I had not got much reading done. So far for reading progress to update you on, I started on page 109 of Enchanted, and now I am at page 145. So I made a little bit of progress. I'm still really enjoying it. This is another thing that deviated from my plan, because, I said earlier in the week I wanted to finish Enchanted so I could get started in just 1 year. And I don't think I'm going to finish Enchanted till much later in the day. So I'll probably try to still read the library card, but I don't know if I'll get around to just 1 year this Read-A-Thon. So yeah, I will try to update you later today. I'm staying home, just having a relaxing rest of the day, trying to get as much reading done as I can. I get the house to myself, so should be good the rest of the day. So I will talk to you later. Hi, another Dewey's Readathon update. I just woke up from a nap, so sorry if my hair looks a little messy. I'm now on page 190 of Enchanted. I really thought I would be a lot farther in this by now, but this has been by far not been my best Readathon day, but I will get some more reading done. And then I am planning on going to the high school play tonight, so I'll miss out on a couple hours because of that, but it'll be okay. Hi, Read Everyday Challenge, Day 31 update. Today is the last day of the Read Everyday Challenge. And I had a great Dewey's Readathon. There was a lot of interruptions because I had laundry to get done, clothes to get put away, and we went to the play in the at night. So, I think it was more distractions like chores than technology, which has been my previous distraction during Dewey's Readathon. So I think it went really well this time around, and I got a lot of pages read. Could always got more, but I think I did a pretty good job. So I made it to page 244 of Enchanted for Dewey's Readathon. And then on Sunday, we went and moved my sister out of college, so she's just down to the bare basics for her last week of college, and I read to page 270. So I've got about 38 pages left of Enchanted, so I'm hoping to finish it today and get another book read for April. I took tomorrow off work, so I will make sure to update you tomorrow with my final stats for the Read Everyday Challenge. I think I only missed one day, which was this last Friday, so I did pretty good overall. My only thing I do wish is I've been reading the summer list all month, and I've told you that I don't really like it, but I do want to finish it since I got it for review, so I do kind of wish I got that one finished this month when I had this challenge going on. But I think I'm gonna go work on knitting my blanket a little bit more and maybe turn it on where it's reading to me so I can listen to it, and maybe that will help speed it along a little bit. But I don't think this one's gonna get a very good review. So yeah, that's my update for now. It's super windy outside, but I got to wear this really cute spring shirt today, which is cool. So yeah, I'm excited to have tomorrow off, and I will update you later. Hi, Read Everyday Challenge. I am here to wrap up the challenge. So, last night I finished Enchanted. I loved this book. I have not been reading as many fairy tale retellings lately, and this one definitely made me miss fairy tale retellings. I am so excited to start the second book. It should be in at the library for me today, and I think that is going to be the next book I read because this book was so awesome. And it really was it wasn't one fairy tale. It was such a mismatch of fairy tales, and I just loved it. So this is a great book. And then I also read to 60% of the summer list. So by my calculations, that's about 232 pages into the summer list. So I'm definitely far enough that I am going to finish the book. It's just going to be sometime in May. So as as for my final stats, during this challenge, I read a total of 1,502 pages, and I read a total of 27 hours and 45 minutes, which is about 55 pages per hour. Comparing that to last April, I read just a few more pages this April, despite skipping so many days last April. Another thing to mention with this one is I did not skip any days. I thought I had skipped one, but I actually read like 2 pages. So it counts. As I've told you before, whether you read 20 or you read 2, it counts. So I did not skip any days this Read Every Day challenge, although I did skip some days filming. Comparing to last April, I read 4 hours and 24 minutes, or no, 26 hours and 16 minutes, and I read 1,164 pages. So this time I read just about 42 more pages, and about another hour. So, which totally makes sense with that number of pages. So I am very proud of myself for beating last April's record. I didn't think it would be possible because I read 2 by 2, which was a pretty big book last April. But then again, I read The Bells this month, which was a pretty big book, and I finished it semi-quickly. So I'm really proud of myself. I think this is a great Read Every Day challenge, and I really enjoyed filming every month. I really need to get to editing this video now so that it gets up by in May sometime, hopefully. I've been so bad at editing videos because it takes so much time, whereas filming, I can just film these clips within a few minutes. So one day I will get around to editing the video, and then I will get that uploaded for you guys to see. But thank you for watching very much, especially if you made it this far to the end. I'm sure it's going to be a long video. So I hope you have a great day. Bye.